you know, but as soon as someone turns a hot tap on and they got no hot water, panic mode. If you didn't know, you didn't know. So I've shown them exactly what it is for future reference. So, right, let's go. Sean's going to do a bit, ain't you, Sean?
Oh, a little bit, mate. Not too much.
Is that what they call brick slip? It's basically like tiling. Dougie won't have it though, he says it's brickwork. I assume, looking at it, they're having a walkway I didn't know of. Which will be quite smart.
You liking them or not?
Yeah, I do, I like them actually.
Yeah.
So the valve's going to sit there, in line with that. That'll be there, so we'll level it up, and then we've also got the rainfall to go on the top. It's like a bung that sits within the recess of the actual tray. A lot of people ask what paste I use. It is just plum blue jointing compound from Plum Base. Hello, welcome back to the channel. You know what I'm going to say before we even get going. We are literally 500 subscribers away from the big 10,000 subscribers for the channel. So please, if you haven't, just hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos. It would just make me, it would make my year, it would make my Christmas if we can get to 10,000 subscribers by the channel's first birthday, which is the 1st of January. So please hit that subscribe button, then I'll stop begging and asking. Right, what have we got today? We have got to pop to the restaurant because they've just rung me up and said they've got no hot water. So for some reason the stats seem to fail quite a lot there because the water is constantly being heated all the time. So we're going to pop up there, have a look, see what's wrong with that. Then we are heading over to the barn to carry on with first fixing the barn. So let's jump to it. We'll get up there, see what's going on. So we're up in the roof. This is the hot water cylinder. They're the two stats, and I've just come and looked at the timers. Excuse all the mess, but it's like where they store all the stuff. Looked at the two timers. This is exactly how I found it. So top, bottom, time's right, date's right, everything like that. However, if we just go like that and like that, it's now working. I've just tested these, and there's power going to these now. So in theory it's just two switches. I had spoke to someone on the phone and they said we've been up there, turned them on, the switches are on, this, that and the other, but I suppose if you don't know, you don't know. Obviously outlet. So we'll give it 10 minutes and see if the water gets warm. I guess it's a prime sort of thing of if you don't know, then you don't know. I say it's a restaurant, the manager here, they do food and restaurant stuff, they don't do, you know, but as soon as someone turns a hot tap on and they got no hot water, panic mode. Obviously call me out, I'll do loads of work here anyway. So I've swung over and flicked them on, we turned them on, and we'll see if it gets hot. So we'll give it 10 minutes, have a coffee, and see how we're getting on. Sorted, hot water's coming through. Job's done. Yeah, just a little flick of the switch and away we go. But like I just said to Kate, the manager, if you didn't know, you didn't know. So I've shown them exactly what it is for future reference. So, right, let's go. Right, we're back on the barn. First thing in the morning, back here, doing a bit. Sean's going to do a bit, ain't you, Sean?
Oh, a little bit, mate. Not too much.
See, that's what it's like. Sean's going to do a little bit, not too much. I've got to sort of refresh through. I've been here for probably a week. We've got to get some wastes in. I think we're going to start getting the underfloor heating pipes over to the manifold positions. Dougie's been doing a bit of brickwork. We call it like tiling, really. It's like tiling, isn't it, Doug, with these little slips? Little brick slips. Is that what they're called, brick slips? Basically like tiling. Dougie won't have it though. He says it's brickwork. And it does. Stonework. That's right. It's old school stonework. I think we've also had the tiler in, Terry the tiler. He's not my tiler, he's not Nathan Matty. However, Terry, who is tiling this job, was, funny enough, he taught Nathan how to tile. So we'll try and get Terry on and see where we're going. We've got a bit of stud work, looks like, gone in for this bathroom. So I say we've got the hot and colds there, we can run around, the baths going here. We can start getting them into position. Oh, steels have gone in. Steels are in. I assume, looking at it, they're having a walkway. And that looks like they're having a walkway across there. I didn't know of, which would be quite smart. Let's have a look. Yeah, oh, Terry's been in here. So it was a rush to get the tray in so Terry could carry on, and he started over here. They're quite nice though. Here he is, passed his driving test the other day. Well done, mate. Still not on the big League 2 job, still here. Giving it the big and going, oh, I've got a big job to start. Apparently it's too windy. Too windy, can't start it. All right, Terence.
Hi, mate.
How we doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. You?
Good man. So this guy taught Nathan everything he don't know.
Yeah, he's still learning now.
Yeah, so he still don't know how to do herringbone. Well, he does, because it's a fucking nightmare. Did you see it?
I did.
Fuck me.
I did. Shocking.
So yeah, Terry taught Nath, my Tyler, the pros and cons of the game.
Indeed.
So
you liking them or not?
Yeah, I do. I like them actually.
Yeah.
Nice. Is he having them all the way around?
No, just the feature ball.
Oh right, okay.
That's here, isn't it? So feature.
Then what's he having here?
These all the way around.
Well then.
Which will look nice.
That'll be alright, won't it?
Yeah, nice.
Right, so what we've got, 1600 by 900 tray going in here, and here we're going to have this grower smart control shower. So what we've got to do is get all this out of this box, make it into here, set it up the depth, set it to the front where the plasterboard's going to be, work out with the depth of the tiles. So we'll get all this taken out first, get this set in before we put the shower tray in. But as you can see, hot and cold's coming down there ready. And then once the shower tray's in, Sean the chippy can start. All that's going to be boxed out along there, so that we can put the toilets going here, basins there, and then a big massive copper bath going at the end there. So you might have seen on one of my previous videos, we fitted, if I can find it, where's the cover of it? One of these grower rainfall smart control showers. So that was on one of Scott's jobs. Scott, for his own house now, has got the same sort of thing. So this is the main body of it, obviously with your valves and that, and this is going to be above it for the actual rainfall bit. So what we've got to do is mount this. I've just quickly marked up, that's the centre of where our shower's got to go. This has obviously got to go in there. If he wants it centre of the tray, which he usually would have, we're going to have to do a bit of stud work moving. If he wants it slightly off, which he may do, I'm going to check with him in a minute. We'll have to just tweak it a little bit, but then obviously the head's going to go up to the top.
Let's all do the work, you know what I mean? Come back in 10 minutes.
So I've got Sean cutting out the stud in, because we've got to mount that shower right in the middle there. So Sean's got a brand new Predator. He wouldn't let me use it because he doesn't want me taking the teeth off it. Yeah. So after some real world carpentry, basically got that point now. So the valve's going to sit there, in line with that. That'll be there, so we'll level it up, and then we've also got the rainfall to go on the top. So what we'll do now is, because this has got, you got a bit of leeway either side there, as always. So we'll pack that out, work that out exactly where it's got to go, get that into position there, then we can start piping it up. Well, we need some main line to coppers as well. Some of them up tomorrow. So we've got that studied out now. So what we'll do, we'll mount the valve roughly there. I'll measure it and laser it through in a second, but that valve will go there, so we can get to all the fittings to get it piped up. We're going to struggle with the riser where it's got to go, because obviously the arm's going to come out, but because this ceiling comes down at the angle, we're governed by where that's going to sit there. So we'll offer that in a minute. So as I said, because the ceiling's sloping down, we've got to offer this head, this rainfall head, in place, roughly where it's got to go there, and then to allow for it to go there. So we've worked out where it's got to go. So now we've got to set that to the same sort of thing as we did there, set it back, and so that this is in the right position for the tile and the board. So that's them set, that's in, centre line, you can just make out the same up for the shower head, exactly where that's going to go. And what we have to do, we've got to get 7 main line to coppers, hot and cold in the bottom. Hot and cold in the bottom, we'll have to drill through there. This one will come out to feed the body wand. This one goes up to the side of that, the other one comes up the other side. I think because you can have it as like a shower, or on this one, because it's the rain select, it comes out and gives you that rain effect, real hard sort of shower feeling, I suppose. But yeah, so that's it. So what we do, we'll put the main line to coppers up tomorrow, get that connected in. What we'll do now is get this tray laid in position, cut the waste out in the floor, because underneath we're going to have to run the waste across the joists, and then because the stack's going to be over there, so in somewhere along there. So let's get all this cleaned out, sorted out, and we'll start getting that in. So we're onto the shower tray now, 1600 by 900 tray. So I've swept all the floor out. What we'll do now is, as always, drop that down in position, making sure it's all level round, mark up where the waste is, mark up, it's going to be around here, and then we can get that cut out and see where we're going to run the pipe underneath. So we will mark around that, and then lift it back out of position and cut a bigger gap around it for the trap to sit in. So I've just come in to pop the waste into the shower tray. It's one of these ones with, I don't know if you've seen them, let me pop it out and show you. It's like a bung that sits within the recess of the actual tray. So if we put it into position, what I'm going to do is, just for my own peace of mind, so I know it's all okay, is get it in. It's quite fiddly actually to get into situ. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bead of silicone around there, and also an internal bead of silicone around that bit, and then that clamp obviously sits on back to back there. So I'm going to do that just as a precaution, put some silicone around it, and you know it's bang on then. Right, so there we go, that tray's in, set in, waste's in, underneath the floor. So tomorrow we'll get underneath, because we can get access underneath that floor, so we'll get underneath tomorrow, pipe it across. It's basically coming across to there and then down underneath to where that waste is. But I'm going to pick some fittings up for that, main line to coppers for that. We'll get all this piped up tomorrow, and then I can get it boarded. And I think the hot and colds are dropping down here under the floor. They're studding this off here, as I've said, and we'll bring the hot and colds into here, into positions as well. It's Friday morning, the ice is on the Veluxes. So Friday morning, we've got, you can't really see me, it's a bit dark in it. Friday morning, I've been and grabbed the main line to coppers for the shower, so we've got 7 of them. We'll make this up, get it piped up, get all the outlets sticking out right, and then they can get that insulated and boarded. It's pretty cold today. So what I'll do with this is, I've got the Loctite 55, so we'll make each one of them up, get the tape on it. You don't need a lot of this Loctite, to be fair, 4 or 5 times round. Like so. Right, we'll do all of them and get them made up into the shower valves. So that's all them made up now, and I've also just put a bit of plum blue on them. A lot of people ask what paste I use. It is just plum blue jointing compound from Plum Base. So they're all made up. We'll get them made into the valve. So that's the main line to coppers fitted into there. So we got the 2 hot and colds in the bottom. These are the 2 hot and colds. So what we'll do, we'll come out there in copper, connect into there. This one is for the body one, so I'm going to speak to Scott whether he wants it on this side, where the tray is, or this side. We can do that either way. Now these 2 are for the rain select shower head. So we'll take one, obviously, that side, this one, that side. It's so that it gives you, I think I mentioned it earlier on, it will give you like a shower effect, and then you press it and it'll give you a rain effect where it just bollocks out basically, as if you're under a waterfall, I guess. So yeah, we'll get all the copper work done on this, and then we can get that boarded. Right, so that's it, it's all in, piped up. It was a bit of a pain in the arse actually. Well, it wasn't a pain in the arse. I didn't look and see that this was a 6mm moisture board. I assumed we was having 12mm. So I piped it all up and fitted these battens to get this to work off with the 12mm board and then the tile. And then I happened to glance down, noticed that, and was like, oh bollocks. So Just had to shift it all back just to get it working. And like the edge of this is now going to finish flush with the tile. We've got on this body of this shower, I don't know if you can see it, a minimum and maximum line, so it can work within that, and the same above here. So it's all piped up. What we'll do, we'll bang some lagging on it now, and then they can get in, board that, and crack on with that. I think to get it boarded, I think Terry wants to get in here and start tiling at some point as well. So what I think I'm going to do now is go underneath and get the waste done. So I'll move down now. We're underneath where the bathroom is. This is where that bathroom was, where I just was, and this is the tray. So what we've got to do, because we can't get through them joists for the waste, we've got to come through there. So we've dropped into the joist there. We're going to drop, run along there, high level, and then it's going to be boxed in. Good thing with barns is you can have little boxings and little bits here and there to get over issues. So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to run that waste all the way along there and then in there. It's the only feasible way of doing it, and as I always say, this is how in the real world you get over stuff. A bit of real world plumbing. But yeah, it's taking shape now. Big windows are going in. Sean's getting the big windows in. It's alright. You can have it at a level, you can have a barn at a level. It's quirky, isn't it? Bit of character. But this, oh, I nearly caught him then. I nearly caught Sparky with a broom in his hand.
Well, don't be silly.
On BBC Radio 2.
So that's that waste run down along there. We've got a good enough fall in that to come from the shower tray above. And I've just finished doing, you can hardly hear me because Dougie's out there cutting the bricks up. I've just put this one in as well. So that's running that way across the joist. Then we've clipped it to this wall along here. And again, got a cracking fall down there into that waste pipe. Into that soil pipe at the end. So that's that one connected. You can get the insulation back up there, but as I said before, they're going to box round that and get that all in. Fucking nice and sunny, look. There we go, Friday done at the barn. So that's the showers in, shower trays in, waste in, pipe working for the actual shower valves, and that's about it, wrapped up for this week. I'm just saying, it's a stunning view. Mega view, love a good view. Right, that's Friday done. Lads are packing up in a minute and getting going. So I'll see you all next week.